So, I want to discuss about a new finding about what are ketones and what are carbohydrates and which ones are better for our health. A new article came which discuss about the brain. So brain consumes a lot of energy, and after we reach age of 40, our brain start to degenerate. So it starts to get weaker and die away. But we can reverse it. We can make it slower for the brain to die. The primary source of energy for brain is glucose, but it's not a good source of energy for the brain. The better source of energy for brain are ketones. Ketones are high fat diet, high protein diet, and low carbs. So how the energy is produced for the brain? When you eat carbohydrates, the carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, and then the brain absorbs the glucose and uses it as energy. But as you get older, you reach age of 14 above, the ability of the brain to break down the carbohydrates into glucose and absorb glucose, is weakened. But it's quite still efficient for the brain to absorb ketones, which is the breakdown form of low carbohydrates, high fat, high protein diets. So there are two forms of energy. Remember that one are glucose and one are ketones. So after age of 40, our brain ability to eat, consume glucose reduces. And because of that, the new finding has found that because the ability decreases, it starves itself to death. So it means it can't sustain its energy consumption by just having glucose. So you need to think about switching into a more ketonic diet. And there are websites that explain this better than I can. But all I wanted to say in this video was you better start researching into ketones, and the idea of that fats are not good is totally rubbish. You need to try to eat more fat. Obviously consult with your doctor, with your dietitianist, and see what they recommend for your actual body, for your body, not for my body. My body might want more fat and your body might want something different, which I don't know. But what our brain wants is, I think, is ketones. There are ketone supplements as well. So let me show you the pyramid of the different food intakes. As you can see on my screen, there's a website called my ketogenic pyramid. It shows 70% is fat, 25% protein, and just 5% carbohydrate. That's all we need. And this is the future. This is the future. And I hope you learn now more about how the fuel for the brain basically. And body can naturally break your natural fat, the fat that's stored in your body, into ketones when you starve yourself from carbohydrates. Like when you don't eat for a long time, it needs to find a source of energy, so it starts burning your fat. But also low carbohydrate, high fat diet can do the same thing. But if you're very much used to carbohydrate, the first few weeks you might have some side effects by switching. So try to do it gradually, as always. If you're switching your diets, do gradually. In anything in life, when you do, you need to try to do gradually. Again, thanks for watching, guys. This was another video on health, which I'm always interested in, especially your brain. See you next time.